Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name's SKYMAN, and your Star Wars quote for today.
Qui-Gon's defiance I sense in you. Need that you do not.
Today we're going to be reacting and watching episode 8 of season 3 of Bad Batch. Last week I thought it was a very Clone Wars-y episode. It just had the sort of beats of a Clone Wars adventure where they go off and they help Fennec Shan bring in someone, and it's quite humorous in times with the punching the crocodile. That was good. They teased as well someone at the end, give them information that they needed. Well, my conclusion to that was it can only be Ventress, and I'm still 95% sure that it's going to be Ventress, because they did the same sort of muffled voice transmission in the Clone Wars when it was Ventress, and I feel like it's going to be the same. If it was a bad guy, then like I said, they would have just shown the bad guy to up the ante, so it's obviously someone like Ventress who's going to appear. If it is Ventress, how she's going to help at this, I don't know. It would be good if she was recruited somehow in the long run, purely because of her being against the clones for so many years, and obviously now realizing the Separatists betrayed her, the Empire was obviously against her, and the clones seem to be the only people who are doing the right thing. So there could be a really cool thing if somehow Ventress, if we see Ventress, if it does lead to a big battle at the end at Hemlock's facility, and Ventress is actually there, lightsaber swinging, helping the cause. I mean, yeah, what a 360 turnaround. This is of course providing she's in there. I mean, she might not be in there at all. It could be something completely different. So one we watched and enjoy.
Rebecca, thanks for the help, Rosa.
I don't know why, but I find Crosshair so...
Since when do we wait around for intel? She's the only link we have.
You got it, pal.
No contact can tell us what an M count is.
I suppose if you didn't have the sort of younger person's bit in there, Bad Batch would have quite the ominous tone to it, I'd say. And I'm a bit more for that. If it's been, yeah. It's still creepy.
You heard her. Let her go.
I love the motif.
Gladly.
It's Ventressy, but a nicer version.
Especially that one.
Just close your eyes. Back in Clone Wars. I miss Count Dooku. And the Seps.
A failed apprentice.
Those with a high count were believed to be
Gonna
more
be Qui-Gon.
capable of wielding the Force.
You're saying I'm a Jedi? I mean...
Of course not. Your blood bears your intel.
And that's it.
Your midi-chlorian levels without testing.
That's what we want to hear.
Kiss me.
We want to hear the word.
You asked for this.
How does Ventress know so much? Is she actually training her?
This is the test?
One of them.
Conscious mind. I don't even know what that means.
A failed apprentice
Makes for a foolish master.
Questions. Concentrate.
So is this the moment?
It's her. Astonished.
Nice.
Retrieve one of its white blossoms and return before the sun sets.
So this episode's like
The sun's already started...
a game quiz. She's a good teacher though. She's kind of the one you don't want to be picked as your master.
Now that she's gone, let me give you some advice. Whatever you're planning on,
Wrong. Get in your ship and go before we make you.
you can try.
We've taken down worse.
So have I.
Why can't all the Bad Batch be Force sensitive? That'd be pretty great. Surely Hunter's senses make him Force sensitive. Compatible. Come on, Crosshair. Oh,
Not happening.
Why don't you be good little clones and stand down?
We're not big on following orders.
I like that bit. That was good. The music is key. It always gets me going. Well, there you go.
Making it
That's a very interesting lightsaber color choice.
should be familiar with.
Seems like a lightsaber should be red.
No, dangerous than you could possibly fathom.
We wouldn't intervene. You did.
I love how he's looking with his scope.
How does she know we're watching?
Go on, Yoda. What was with this planet?
High M count would make you a target. Consider yourself lucky.
But I'm already a target.
Don't worry about it, kid. We're gonna figure it out. Come on, let's go get some chat.
You haven't got that many episodes to figure it out.
Thanks.
Our business is done.
What was the business?
Can't figure out what side you're on.
My own.
Interesting episode. Yeah, it was an interesting episode. I mean, it didn't really clarify or come to a conclusive point about Omega. And I think when you've got this amount of time left in the series, and if it is the final season, then you kind of need these things sort of talked about. And I feel like if you were going down the Jedi route, you can't really do that at this sort of late stage in the game, because it's a long process. But yeah, I think maybe just at the end of that episode, it would have been good to, because we haven't really seen them for a little bit now, just have a sort of reminder of Hemlock and the facility and things progressing forward, or something, coming after them, or some sort of progression, so you sort of up the ante continuously as we head to like the last episodes. I mean, that would have been good. But for this episode, it was really good to see Ventress, but I'm pretty sure in Clone Wars Ventress was like way more nicer. Like she was a lot more jokey and things, but here she came across as just just like, I don't know how she's got a yellow lightsaber when she's acting a bit,
That remains to be seen.
It's really cool to see Ventress, but then when I see a character like Ventress, I don't know about you, but then I harken back to Clone Wars, and then I think, God, I miss Count Dooku.
Time to end this once and
Gosh, I
for all.
miss Savage Opress, Darth Maul, all of those characters. You think about it, it was like peak excitement for me in like the Star Wars thing. And now you sort of feel a bit nostalgic and sad that just think of those moments like Savage Opress, Darth Maul versus Sidious, like Count Dooku versus Savage Opress and Ventress. Like I get it with Bad Batch, it's more of a like an in-depth character thing, and you feel a lot more for the characters. Like that bit where they're all against Ventress there. I mean, Bad Batch seem to be always losing in fights against people. I don't know why. And Bad Batch should be the ones who are top dogs, how they were portrayed in the Clone Wars, and people are the ones that fear them. And it should have been, Ventress should have like maybe beaten them to begin with, but Bad Batch, because collectively as a team they think well together and then they outsmart her. That's why they're able to hunt whoever and did so well during the Clone Wars. And that could have been a point Ventress could have been like, okay, you're not like the normal clone, as opposed to almost trying to belittle them again. And that's why I don't get it. It seems to be a recurring trend with Bad Batch, and I don't understand that. Like, I'm never going to complain seeing Ventress. It's always that sort of sinister thing, aura that she carries with her. But going out doing the training, the test things, I mean, I feel like they could have been sort of done at the start and then just moved on. I would really love to have seen Ventress sort of settle in, or want to settle in a little bit more, give the impression even more that she'll kind of be back or help Bad Batch. I would prefer it if Ventress at the end created some sort of friendship with them, as opposed to she was really Ventress from the Clone Wars at the end, just saying, it's your problem, just I'm not going to help you, that sort of thing. Whereas I think at this point it should have been her saying something like that and then thinking, or perhaps I could help you, and you always see that switch where it's sort of been difficult for her to change from a separatist Sith user, for dark side user, to being a good person. There's always that moral dilemma with her, and that would have been really good to see, where she's always having to sort of let go and think, oh, you're right, yeah. I think that would have been a cool thing for her, but I hope that she kind of returns and helps Bad Batch or the clones or fights their cause in some way. I think, like I said at the start, that would be really cool. And yeah, like I said, she was obviously going to be her that turns up. I like a new look there as well. The yellow lightsabers, I'm not sure what they denote. I thought the yellow lightsaber, like the colour was like an ancient Force user, and of course the Jedi Temple guards have them as well. So yeah, what that means for Ventress, I don't know. Are we gonna go and like progress to the Hemlock story in the next episode? I feel like we should do it. Like the side quests have been strong in the last 2 episodes, but I think progression is needed now. We're sort of entering the final stages of the series. So it was a good episode for me. I enjoyed it. I always think, we're not in the Clone Wars era anymore. We're not in like the peak Star Wars time. This is something different, so you approach it differently, and if you do that, then you really enjoy the series, and that's why I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this episode, what you think is going to transpire in the next episode. If you enjoyed it, I hope you did, and if you're not joined with us yet, then now's your opportunity. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Take care of yourself, and remember, the Force will be with you always.